guys, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about the future of money and the financial system that we're in. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about how we've been trialing and testing certain systems in a dysfunctional way, and really what that is going to lead us to in regards to a functional way, and how I'm envisioning what we're going to be operating in, the system that we're going to be operating in. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about personal experiences and a manifestation, and how the manifestation theory has evolved as well. Yeah, which sounds a bit crazy, but we've had an upgrade and an evolution in regards to manifestation. But I feel that this is because our consciousness is evolving and expanding more. So, you know, the law of attraction is as well, but the way of manifesting is kind of shifted. But I'll talk about that at the end. So, first of all, you know, throughout 2020, we've been seeing a lot of things in regards to economic crisis. We've been seeing things in regards to reset. We've also seen things for a long time that have been playing out in regards to credit scores. We've been seeing things to do with the Chinese social point system. And we are now starting to see a lot of health records and stuff getting put online. Now, throughout the past years, I feel, and again, this ties in with technology and the internet and everything, I feel like we've been in this testing process. It's been like a trial and testing sort of time, getting us ready as we are entering this age of Aquarius. So it's been like a trials. We've been going through trials, testing things out. And we have been exploring more of a shadow aspect to kind of see what we're dealing with and pulling out certain shadow aspects. So the idea of things is really good, but the way that they've been playing out is a bit dysfunctional. For example, the Chinese point system, okay? So the idea, the theory of training people to become better citizens, and re-educating the citizens, that's a great idea. But by trying to do that, by putting people in boxes where they're miserable and trying to make them conform into very limited boxes, this is never going to work. You're ending up with a society of suppressed, stressed out, miserable, suffocated citizens who at some point are going to rebel. You know, it's just history repeating itself all over again. You know, this is what's going to happen. But the idea of the re-education and a point system is incredible. It is perfect, because I'm going to talk a little bit more about this later, but I'm just going to touch on this now. All year I've been saying to specific people, not everyone, but specific people, you're not supposed to be working for money. Your business is failing, or you're having no success with starting what you wanted to start because you're not supposed to be working for money. Now, I think they thought I was talking about you're supposed to work for free, or, you know, you're supposed to just give and then you'll receive. But that's not actually what I was talking about, okay? That's that old form of manifestation. But what I was kind of talking about was they're not supposed to be working. They're not supposed to be forcing themselves or pushing themselves. They're not supposed to be tiring themselves out, exhausting themselves, making themselves do something that they don't really want to do at that moment. You know, it's not really what they want to do, but because of the pressures of bills and all this crap, you know, they have felt pressured to exhaust themselves or exert themselves and do something. And that is not what I personally have been told by the divine, by source or whatever, that we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be doing that. This is how we age. This is how we get sick. This is, you know, this is just, it doesn't bring harmony. We're not supposed to be working for money. We're not supposed to be working. So a lot of people have been going through a period of time where they felt disabled. They just feel disabled. They feel like they can't operate in this world, you know. They can't operate in this society that has been built, this structure that's been built. It's because they're being prepared for something else. Yeah, they're being prepared for, I mean, look how beautiful and light this has all become as I'm talking about this now, right? They're being prepared for this new system that is going to be brought in. Now, how I'm seeing it is like a point system, but this doesn't determine whether you can do this or you can't do that. Okay, it's not determined of whether you can get a bank loan or you can travel or anything. What it's kind of, this point system is going to be is the points are going to be payment. Okay, the points are going to be money. That's what money is going to be. You know, you may want to disagree with me and be like, oh, cryptocurrency. Yeah, I feel like cryptocurrency is going to be an investment. It's going to be used as an investment, but it's not going to be the currency. The currency is going deeper than that. It's going way deeper than that, because we are going to be getting a re-education. The currency is going to be the points that we receive for our well-being. We're seeing all of these little gadgets and machines that are monitoring our health, yeah, that are, you know, there's a big focus upon health, but not just your physical health, where there's more information available about emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, you know, like holistic health as a whole, how happy we are, how functional we are, because we are electromagnetic energy. A human can light up a street with their energy. But when we have been in situations where we're in a job that, you know, we can't stand, we hate it, we're in a relationship we feel trapped in, we feel obligated to be in because our family have specific religious or cultural rules, you know, or, you know, we are kind of, we've been in a position where we have no education about energy exchange and, you know, all different things. So we're tied to certain people's energy, we're in patterns, you know, hereditary energy, all sorts of things. There's like so much that ties into this. I'd be here all day talking about all these different things that have affected us. But we're going through a process of clearing things out, major healing process, and that's why we're being stopped from operating as we did, whether that is internally in yourself, you can't function, or whether, you know, you're being affected by your physical reality and, you know, certain things like lockdowns and stuff. You know, it's to cut that circuit, it's to break that chain, to stop feeding that pattern, that habit, that energy of working for money. Okay, and yeah, it's uncomfortable, it's horrible, you know, to go through it because we're being triggered. You know, the how we felt that we've had control of our lives is all being, you know, taken down. But something new and better is going to come in, and this point system that I'm seeing, you're going to be given points in regards to your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and your physical health. There is going to be certain technologies that are going to support you, but there are certain things that are going to be played out in your life, and there's going to be this re-education. Yeah, there is this re-education of the masses to be happy, be honest with who they are, with themselves, to love themselves and value themselves, to honour themselves, to speak their truth, to express themselves freely, to do what they want to do and refuse what they don't want to do, to gain more wisdom and understand certain tricks and traps that there are in regards to contracts, or, you know, the unconscious direction of energy that people just, you know, seem to love to do, supporting things that they know nothing about and not ever questioning them or looking into what they're supporting, just going along with, you know, that because it's what the herd does. So there's like this whole thing that's going on right now. But this point system is going to be pointing out clearly to the individual in a physical sense where you're going right and where you're going wrong with yourself, yeah, as an individual, not as a whole collective and you all have to conform to the same thing, but as an individual. What's making you happy? What do you reside with? Because every individual person has something different to offer the world. We've all got something unique and individual to offer. We're all in different groups and we all have gifts and talents for different things, and we're supposed to be having experiences in different ways so that we can contribute what we're here to contribute to the whole collective. So the individuality is so important. So it's so important to be monitoring every person's joy and happiness. And when they're happy and joyful and, you know, not being wounded, or, you know, the vibration raises, their energy raises, the electromagnetic field increases, we create power. We produce power instead of trying to fight to get power, yeah? We produce it. And the happiest person is going to produce the most. And that's how things are going to get measured. It's not going to be about how much you fight and, you know, scramble for power, how much you steal or how much you obtain from others. It's going to be about how much you produce. How much energy you produce as an individual will depend on the benefits that you get, the joy that you get, the abundance that you get in your life. The more points you get in life is going to depend on how much joyous energy you produce. Because this is going to be the electricity for the world. This is what's going to power the world, the real currency of the world. So people will get points, you know, if they're in a really happy relationship and they're really enjoying themselves in this relationship and it's a good match, these two people are going to get points. They're going to get paid for that. If you're stuck in a relationship that's really not serving you and you're not doing anything about it and you're staying in a situation where you're suffering, you're not going to get paid. You're not going to get points. So what we're going to have is actually like a physical representation of universal law. And again, this is to educate us about universal law. So how we can operate under universal law, natural law, nature's law, and completely re-educate ourselves in that law and that system to be able to become as efficient humans as we possibly can, as happy as we possibly can, to have happy communities. You know, there won't be no crime because there's going to be no reason to steal from anybody or to commit crimes, because what you're going to have is going to be determined by who you are, like what frequency you emit, how happy you are, how content you are. Yeah, that is going to be what you're given. That's going to be what you receive in a physical form of currency. Yeah, just like how it is naturally when we talk about universal law, everything is shifting. So yeah, we will have a point system, but it's not going to be the point systems that we're seeing around the world right now. It's going to be a point system where everyone is going to be physically paid by the amount of joy that they hold in them, which therefore creates the amount of electricity within them that they emit, that they give to the world, the energy that they create inside of them and emit, and the abundance that they create inside, and that the energy that they spread out, the electricity that comes off them, that is going to be what they receive back. So this is going to be really interesting because this solves so many problems. This system solves so many problems in regards to war, stealing, hurting others, because what are you going to be doing that for? You're not going to gain anything from it. In fact, if anything, you're gonna be receiving less. Yeah, you're gonna receive less. You're gonna end up with nothing. Which, when we talk about natural order, that's how things are. But we've created this sort of man-made system that has tricked that process. But you know, karma's here and things are shifting, and things are going to be returning back to that natural order, educating people about that natural order, the natural laws, the universal laws, manifestation. They're going to get a re-education about that, as well as having an education and being retrained on how to enjoy themselves, how to be happy, how to live happy. You know, like solar panels, yeah? And when someone has solar panels and they create more energy than what they need, the energy companies buy it back. It's kind of like that. We're going to be like human solar panels. Yeah, we're going to emit electricity, energy. So the more energy we produce, we'll get paid back for it, because we'll be funding so much with our energy. We will be creating so much beauty in our world with our energy. We are currency, we are energy, we are electricity. But the way it's been utilised up to this point, it's been dysfunctional. Stealing it off of miserable people who have got that much energy to give is not effective. It's not effective. It really isn't. What are you going to do? Steal that little bit? It's not effective. But by re-educating the world and supporting everyone to enjoy themselves, to build their energy, to build their electricity, there's going to be like tons of energy given freely, emitted freely, enough for everyone, more than enough. And then they're going to be, you know, energy spreads, it's infectious. So we're going to be educating ourselves, and we're going to be educating each other on how to be joyful and happy. And then the kids that we have in the future, they're going to be created with that joyous energy. They're going to be, the ingredients that are going to be put into them is going to be a higher vibrational ingredient. It's going to be a healed ingredient. The energy that they're conceived in is going to be through love, because you're going to be with a partner that you love and that you feel good with, not somebody who's like a narcissist or a false sense of love that really doesn't actually make you happy. You know, so it's going to affect the evolution of humans as well. So yeah, I definitely feel like there'll be points given in regards to the different areas of your life and how you're managing them, and how the experience you're having, whether you're choosing yourself, you're choosing to love yourself and honour yourself, and you're choosing happiness, or whether you're choosing to stay in a situation that is damaging to you and you're stuck in a cycle. And for those that are stuck in a cycle, there is going to be support for them to learn and break certain patterns and programs. But because the aim of the game is to be happy, get more points, have more abundance, because you're emitting more energy. So that is kind of like what I've been getting. I've been getting messages about that all year, like all year. And yeah, it's difficult. You know, I was having a conversation with my own guides earlier in the year, and they were like, no, we don't want you to work anymore. And I'm like, I'm a control freak. I'm a control freak, you know. All I've done for the past few years is I'm a workaholic, I'm a work addict, you know. How can I do this? I need to do this slowly, so I feel like I'm not having some sort of crazy breakdown and lack of control. So I feel like the divine guidance that we have is understanding this and is taking us through this process, like gradually. But we don't even need to worry, because this is a natural way of being anyway. It's how we're supposed to be, and living and operating and receiving abundance, not by tricking others out of it, not by like dog eat dog, or you know, fighting over abundance, or trying to steal abundance, or you know, trying to get one over the next guy so you can have what you want. You know, that is all gone. Like, that is not working anymore. And anyone who's trying to operate in that is just going to have instant lessons of how that doesn't work. We're going to be seeing it. There's been a huge shift this year, a huge shift. Karma has become super quick, it feels. it feels like karma has become super quick. Manifestation has become super quick, but there's no trickery anymore. Not able to trick things. So anybody who has got negative intentions will be reaping what they sow straight away. It's not going to take 100 years or 200 years for things to, you know, turn around. It's like instant. And I feel like manifestation has kind of changed. As our consciousness has evolved, manifestation and has kind of transformed as well. And I feel like this is connected to the feminine energy. There has been a huge death in and rebirth in feminine energy. The old feminine energy has had an upgrade and a new feminine has been birthed. And with this new feminine, because she's more evolved, is inspiring and leading manifestation. She's inspiring the masculine, she's educating the masculine energy. And this ties in with why some people may feel disabled, like they can't operate the way they used to, they can't work the way they used to, nothing works out for them, yeah? Their business isn't working out, they feel repelled, or they feel like they just can't do it, they've got no energy. It's because your masculine's been put on hold, because your feminine is giving him a re-education. Now, before, we may have seen things, you know, like there's so much about law of attraction, there's all the Abraham Hicks stuff and everything that is, you know, available. And for me, how I've observed this, it's been like the manifestation before has been, and magic as well, it's been thought, feeling, action, and receive. Okay, so if we look at this, right, if we take a look at this as in swords or air, cups or emotions or water, to wands or fire or creation, to pentacles, earth, the physical, yeah? Now, it's been going in an order of thought, feeling, action, and or creation, and then receiving. So the creation has come after the feeling. It's been effort. It's been that we've took action upon something to go and get it. Now, what I've been seeing right now, and I feel like I want to write a book about this, because there's been a shift in magic, there's been a huge shift, and those who have mastered and operated in that old way, because that did work, but it was exhausting. It was exhausting, it was aging. There's been this shift now where instead of having it swords, cups, wands and pentacles, or air, water, fire, earth, you know, thoughts, feelings, creation, inspiration, action, and then the physical form. These wands, this fire, this creative energy is being placed before the swords, before the thoughts. So, and I feel like this is its true place, this is its natural place. And if you look at tarot as well, and you're looking at the timing of cards, wands is the quickest, then swords, then cups, and then earth. And if we look at certain things in regards to masculine and feminine energy, and the feminine energy delivering inspiration to the masculine energy to take action upon, it kind of makes more sense to me that we go from like the fire element, we go through like creation, inspiration, passion, yeah, what sets us on fire, what sparks us, what gives us that spark, that idea, that inspiration. We're passionate about something, yeah, something sparks inside of us, something is set alight inside of us, yeah, spiritual energy, yeah. And then we think about it with those swords, with that air element. We start thinking about it and we start focusing upon that. And then we have these feelings that we develop about that, which, you know, emotional attachments, you know, this is just inevitable, isn't it? We get emotional attachments, and that they create sort of like judgments for us, which create programs and patterns. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. But we create these feelings, okay, as we are visualizing, but we don't then need to take any action, okay? So we don't need to go and force things to happen for us. We don't need to take any action to go and get what we want. all we have to do is allow. We have to allow it to come in. We have to be receptive to it. And I feel like in the past, there's been many people that haven't trusted that process. They've not trusted that feminine energy, and they felt that they needed to go and get what they wanted. You know, they may have started to see the beginning of a manifestation where, you know, there's certain things that they're starting to see it, so they go and run and chase after it. You know, they go and chase after it. Instead of waiting for it all to just come in and it be a lot more easy. And then there's been problems that have been endured. I feel like it needs to be fire, air, water, earth. And then when you have received what you have wanted to manifest and you haven't took any action to go and get it and to affect the manifestation, when you've received it, that's when you take action. The action is what you do with that. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with these things? And again, that feminine energy then gives that inspiration, gives that fire, that passion, that inspiration, those ideas, and then you're thinking about it again. And when we look at the cycles of our life, you know, when we look at the years and the cycles of our life, yeah, and how things play out in cycles, we often find, like right now we're in Capricorn season, yeah, we often find things like, or if we look at things like springtime and stuff, springtime we start to get ideas and stuff, and sometimes we're happy and we focus on feeling good, we go on holiday, we enjoy ourselves. And then autumn time is like that harvesting where we receive our gifts. And then winter time, I find like in winter you get that, you know, that cycle ends, but you're getting that new inspiration coming through to be planting them seeds of focus. You know, you're having the new things to focus upon through that spring, the planning time, the planning season. But the thing is, what that I've noticed with the cycles is what you receive, you need to use for your next cycle. It's the tools that you get for the next cycle. You know, like when you're at school and you might go through a year and then you receive a pencil at the end of the year, and you need that pencil for the next year. You know, you've got to take that pencil in for the next year. And then the next year you might receive a protractor, and you've got to take that in for the next one because you need these tools. So this is a major important thing about receiving our manifestations, okay? We need to be able to receive what the universe wants to give us, because we're going to be needing these as tools, physical tools, to use in our next cycle, to use as resources for what we're going to do next. Yet a lot of people have not been able to receive fully. Either they're wounded, they've got wounds, and they have emotional ties towards receiving, so it doesn't allow them to receive certain things fully, so they go off course, they step off that path into another direction to go and chase something else, yeah? Or somebody is not trusting the universe to deliver, so they really try and force things to happen and go and get stuff. Yeah, they go out and try to find what they're looking for, try and get it, because there's a lack of trust. And I feel like that is what the universe is wanting us to sort out, is this lack of trust and this impatience of not waiting to receive fully everything that we have been manifesting, which started with our true passion, our true spark inside of us. So yeah, I feel like manifestation has changed. Sorry if I am literally dribbling on and on and on about this, because this is probably for another video. But I definitely feel that there is going to be this point system that comes in a way to re-educate us on how to be happy, so that we generate the ultimate currency of real energy, powerful energy, and love, the energy of love, because we're happy and we're living lives that we love and we're content and we're having great experiences, and this is making us so efficient. This is making us so efficient and productive and so energized. Our whole world is emitting huge energy and power because everything that inhabits it is emitting that energy and power, because everything's happy and is content to their own individual needs, you know, their own individual state of being, and then they can express their talents. And you know, but yeah, I do feel like it's a big long process, and there are going to be new technologies and new things to help support people with their healing, as well as spirit supporting. There's going to be things in our physical reality that is going to help us to educate us. You know, they're just mirror reflections, as within, so without, as above, so below. So yeah, that's what I've got. You know, sorry for going off on like getting sidetracked on manifestation there. But I do feel that is important, because I do feel like the way we are manifesting now is majorly shifting, which is going to enable us to have more peace. But it's going to be a bit of trial and tribulation to kind of get there. Have a look at my video about 2025. I don't necessarily know whether this point thing is going to be in 2025, but I feel like that video does kind of support this as well, because there is going to be some huge changes. There's going to be a regrouping to see who is easily going to be able to step into the physical form of natural order, and who needs more lessons. So check out that video. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. So yeah, I feel like woo now. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. What do you think about a point system? A harmonic one, like one that promotes a utopian world collective community, not some sort of crazy ass dystopian one by dictators who are not trusting Mother Nature, who do not trust the divine feminine energy, and who do not trust the universe to provide everything that they need. So they feel they need to force it. This is going to be a big lesson. This is going to be a big lesson for world leaders. Really is.